Hey guys, it's Moya here. I hope you're all great. Sending a big virtual hug wherever you are. I've been journaling a lot more since I've been at home, and with the new year well and truly here, I thought I would share how I organize my thoughts and vision for 2022, share some of my intentions, and this is also how I go about journaling for goal setting in general. In terms of supplies, I've been using a Moleskine soft cover A5 dotted for the past few years. This one I actually got last Christmas, but since I'm only halfway through, I'm just gonna keep using it. It's almost perfect, but the paper is a little thin. I'm just a creature of habit, so I haven't switched brands. And the strongest relationship I have in my life at the moment is my love for Muji 0.38. They are the best pens. My loyalty is unwavering. I won't use anything else. But for titles, sometimes I use a Pilot G2, which is a little thicker and inkier. And if I'm feeling kind of fancy, maybe a colored marker. This one I found in my mum's drawer. I don't really know the brand. Basically, I like to think of intention setting in 3 steps. First, dream. Second, deconstruct, which we'll come back to, and third, do. For me, there's a fine balance of being goal driven. I don't want to say that I'll achieve something that is seemingly unrealistic and beat myself up if I fall short, but at the same time, I also don't want to fall short of my own potential. So before I outline my main intentions for the year, I like to start with revisiting what I see my dream life looking like. No time frame, just quick fire writing down my big and small dreams for the future. And it's something we used to do like all the time as kids in school, and I think tapping into this like inner child energy sets a pure foundation for our intentions. You could also make a vision board, which I prefer doing on my laptop. This is my one for last year and some of the things I'm working on for this year, but getting images that represent your dream life and visually remind you of what you are working towards. And then on the next page, I like to take some time to do some scripting of this dream life, piecing together whatever I wrote on the last page. So scripting is basically where you write in the present tense as if you already have or achieved what you want. So using I am, I have statements, visualizing how you feel as if you're kind of like writing a future chapter of your life. It's a form of manifestation which has really helped me, especially when I try to be as specific as possible. So for example, if there is like a dream job or company you want to work for, maybe like find its location on Google, visualize yourself on that street. What does it smell like walking in? How does it feel? What are you wearing? It might seem silly at the start, but giving your dreams life helps make them more attainable and really like plants a seed in your mind of, I guess, what your future is going to look like. Now we get to deconstruct our dreams, and I don't really like that word. It sounds a bit clinical, but it began with D, so here we are. If you guys have any better options, please comment them down below. But this is where we break down elements of our dream life into tangible goals for the year. The benefit of setting these goals is that every like small thing I do each day or week is still building up towards my dream. So even if I don't cross it off at the end of the year, I'll still be like way closer to my dream life than how I was at the start of the year. So I like to write what my goal is, why I'm doing it, the feeling I'll have from achieving it, and actionable steps to take. I think meditating on these factors really help to bring life to your goals. It's not just like an austere list of, oh, I will get into this dream university, I will be fit. Breaking them down into steps and feelings gives you like a less daunting starting point and a constant source of motivation. Okay, so one of my goals for 2022, let's share, is to read at least 22 books, obviously picked because of the year. And why I want to do this is to improve my vocabulary, improve my storytelling ability, and general intellect, because in my future and present life, I want to be ready for whatever conversation or room I walk into. And I also just enjoy reading and have been bad at picking up books. The feeling I wrote down was wiser and calmer. Calmer because right now, instead of reading, I've been on my phone a lot, watching too much stuff on my laptop, and there's no surprise here, but the greater my screen time is, the more anxious I feel. So Actionable steps for this goal. First up, I wrote making a Goodreads account so I can keep track of what I'm reading. And the next step was to pre-order books that I really want to read. I actually did such a big ebooks order over Christmas. I'll have to share whenever they all arrive, but that's a good site for secondhand books. And one of the last steps I wrote down is figuring out a time and place I like reading. For example, like first thing in the morning with like coffee, or when I'm commuting on the tube, kind of integrating the goal into my current routine. And my other main goals for the year, I'd say like limit it to 3 to 5 so it's not too overwhelming. But I had exhibit a piece of art because that is something I obviously really want to do. It doesn't even have to be like a huge exhibition. It doesn't have to be all about me. I just want one piece on a wall where I can be like, I did that, and people can go see it. So that's one of my main goals. And a few others is live an active lifestyle, make language practice a routine, and continue creating content that I'm really proud of. I then specified my goals for January. So you can kind of do this for each month. I made a box for January goals, themes, and affirmations. And for goals, we're breaking down our yearly goals again into smaller steps. So first I said read 2 books, daily art practice, then be able to run 5 kilometers and create one piece of art that I'm really happy with. I kind of focus more on the art stuff as that's something that I really want to kickstart this year. And the themes box is something I can come back to at the end of the month to reflect, write down some reoccurring feelings or songs I love, just like random January moments, which will be nice to like look back on. And then some affirmations, positive statements that help to reprogram our mind and belief system and encourage us that, you know, we can do all that we've just journaled about. I wrote ones that really help me have a more abundant mindset. I am exactly where I need to be and on track to achieve my goals. I am surrounded by people who uplift my spirit and positively impact my life. I sometimes find affirmations hard, like scripting, but that's also because I haven't been doing them long enough to kind of change my negative thought patterns. So don't worry if it doesn't come naturally at first. I feel like we've been trained from such a small age, especially like where I'm from, to be self-deprecating or negatively talk to ourselves. And the last step of this process is do, which speaks for itself. How I journaled in order to help myself was to create a sort of ideal morning routine and timetable. And this isn't something that has to be super strict, but it's a good foundation to be able to refer back to and a way of implementing your goals into your everyday life. So I kind of roughly organized when I would take the time to work out, do maybe 10 to 30 minutes of language practice, and then art. I also reminded myself to check in with a friend in order to keep myself accountable, which always helps with goals. Finding a friend, family member, or partner who you can message each day with what you've done or what you want to achieve. I really like how Leah does it. She talks about it in her productivity video, which I'll leave linked down below. But her and her friends message in their sort of like to-do list each day, but 2 of the things have to be related to self-care. So it's not just about productivity, it's also about making sure you do something each day that you love doing, that nourishes you. And I think that kind of reflects the balance that we should be having in our everyday lives. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. Remember to be gentle with yourself and celebrate the smallest wins. Every step is one towards your dream life, and that should be something that is positive and excites you and not a burden or stress. But wishing you guys all the best for the new year. I'm kind of excited for this year, and I hope you are too. But lots of love. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.